Hottest in my city and it's claim that. All eyes on me when I chase that bag. Tell me what you ride for me. Give me all your loyalty. You heard my name creeping through the streets. Told you could never get rid of me. Tell me what them vibes be. Tell me what you vibe with me. Never thought I'd be sitting curbside. Be rested of views of the night. Said I'd be international one day. Hearing the whole world say my name. So family, but for the fame. Your intentions pure, you running game. Snakes hissing through the grass. Is your presence gonna last? Hottest in my city and I claim that. All eyes on me when I chase that bag. Tell me what you ride for me. Give me all your loyalty. You heard my name creeping through the streets. Told you could.
What if you did? What would your life be? You know? What if we could break generational curses? What if my movie, and I'm speaking it in existence,
Speak it.
as the prophet told me, what if my movie, you take all the people, 5, 6, 7, whatever, and they sit down and watch everything that happened to me, and it changes their thought process.
Hey, is it hard?
Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Silence with Arthur, Nick, and Nicole, where you can unleash your inner voice. Y'all, we're at the end of season 4, and when I tell you it has been an amazing run, it's been an amazing run with a lot of amazing artists. Today, I get to put Bri Toria in the spotlight. She is a singer. She is a songwriter. She is a rapper. She is a visionary. She is a video vixen. She's a life coach. She's a mentor and an entrepreneur. Yeah, she's wearing a lot of titles, man. And I'm excited about highlighting her today and finding out how does she do all of this? Like, really? So after her countdown, please welcome her to the Breaking the Silence platform.
Hottest in my city and I claim that. All eyes on me when I chase that bag. Tell me what you ride for me. Give me all your loyalty. You heard my name creeping through the streets. Told you could never get rid of me. Tell me what them vibes be. Tell me what you vibe with me. Never thought I'd be sitting curbside. Be rested of views of the night. Said I'd be.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being a guest. I'm so excited about having this conversation with you today.
Likewise.
So let's start out with tell everybody a little bit about yourself without telling them everything.
My name is Bri Toria. I am an all around. I wear multiple hats. I do a lot of everything that I'm passionate about and certified in and been doing for years. I was born in the Midwest, raised in the South, so I got a taste of both worlds. um, and yeah, pretty much a small little summary on a background on me.
So how did your music career start?
It's always been going on since I was a kid. My family is involved in art in different ways. They all have their hands in different things when it comes to art. My uncle is an engineer and a producer, so I always used to just be in the studio with him. And my dad is an actual my dad is an artist, like he draws and he paints, and my mom sings and loves music. So I did choir in school and in church for a little bit until, I couldn't do it anymore. I, became a teenager and went down a certain path where I stopped, but I still was involved in music because I was an exotic dancer. So, and I was just I was a pole dancer. I would dance on a pole or climb the pole and stuff like that, but it was still music involved. So I would say I did my talents in a different kind of way that would still benefit me in my performing life now. To actually gaining the cojones to get back into singing and doing music, like vocally and performing wise. Like I just used everything from my childhood to my mid adult life, like 21, 19, 20, 21 years of exotic dancing into now. Mixed it all together.
Wow. So, what message do you hope that your listeners will take away from listening to your music?
Self love. I just tell parts of my journey. I've been in narcissistic relationships. I've been in abusive relationships. I've had my feelings invalidated by family. I would say I just go through the regular African American. It's unfortunate, but the African American lifestyle, and how to heal from it, how to still gain self love, how to be okay with having sex appeal, but still having morals and self respect for yourself. Like not just giving away too much, keeping some from the blind eye. Um, Chakras, because of the fact I'm a spiritualist and everything. I speak in Hinduism, I speak in Creole. Like it's just like I talk about Egyptian gods, like Egyptian goddesses. I Am Isis, the album that's dropping, is an Egyptian goddess. So it's just like I'm teaching people about everything. It's like different types of things, how to survive, how to get out of relationships that don't suit you, awakening people, making them realize their worth, how they can talk to themselves and affirm things into their life based off of power of their tongue and just realizing how powerful they are. I teach a lot of people those things.
Wow. You know what? You don't find artists now that have a message, a true message. They were talking about sex, violence, those things that are gonna push out and sell.
Yeah.
So I commend you on that, being able to give a message to at least the younger generation that there's more out there than just sex and violence.
Yeah. It's all about finessing it in my viewpoint because karma's real and however karma happens is how karma happens. So it's really just like I don't gotta touch you, but karma's gonna touch you type of thing. So I kinda like finesse it and do like wordplay kind of thing. And they be under the assumption, but then like when they realize that I'm really just talking about like karma getting a hold of you and me not having to do anything, I don't gotta touch you, I don't gotta say nothing. I could just let everything that you sent towards me run its course because it's gonna come back to you. And when it come back to you, however it's in God's hands, ain't got nothing to do with me. It's like teaching people that. With the sex appeal, I finessed it in a way where it's just using it as a way to align yourself and welcoming in like your blessings, like your root chakra and your sacral chakra. Of course, that's like your private areas and stuff like that. If you move and gain that, like if you move in a certain type of way, like sway your hips, you can like unblock those type of things. Or having like self love is a part of like viewing yourself as a sexy human being, like a very attractive human being, which like brings in the passion and the fiery. It's like a finesse for me. Like I've lived the both worlds, so it's like I know what grabs people's attentions, and I just finesse it because I'm using like certain wordplay, but I'm making it sound like it's that, and it's that, but it's different. It's teaching. Like I'm speaking in different languages and stuff, so it's like yeah, it's just a finesse thing. You gotta finesse it. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to teach people is if you finesse it and you make them think that
Mhm.
it's something that they're used to, but in all actuality, it's like it's teaching them, it's enlightening them, it's awakening them. Because if you just go full fledged and you just start being on some old other things, they're gonna skip past it. They're not gonna pay attention to it. They're not gonna listen to it. It's just like you just, unfortunately, you just gotta finesse people in a
Mhm,
positive way,
mhm.
not in a
You're
bad
right.
way.
You're right. You're right. So, what challenges have you faced as an artist, and how have you overcome them?
Starting off, I would say transitioning from being an exotic dancer or like a athlete, like people grasping to that one part, like that one person that you were, and thinking that you're supposed to be that for the rest of your life. I needed to allow people to take me serious. A lot of people didn't take me serious. They thought it was just a phase that I was going to go through, but when they realized that it wasn't, that's when people started taking me serious. That was rough. That was so rough for the beginning process, because it was just like people will really disrespect, like, yeah, they will really disrespect and like try you if you like, and hold your past against you. And I don't believe in that. I view people like people can change. People can change, and it's their choice whether or not they want to change. And it was my choice that I wanted to change. Everybody didn't think that. And then when they saw it, it was like, okay, cool. Then the next step was people wanted to keep me in this heartbroken stage. Like my first EP, of course, I was heartbreaking. Like I was still like teaching people, but then I was getting out of those emotions of me getting out of those relationships, and having those awakenings and dealing with the family and all this other type of stuff. It was a heartbreaking stage of my life. And so people were stuck primarily on that. They wanted me to be a Summer Walker. I wanted to talk about love. Like I wanted to be all around. So it's just like, once again, like people pinning things that you've done in your past, and just thinking that you're just supposed to stay right there, when I want more. I want to be more. I have more to show. I have more, I have more vocal growth that I'm going through. So it's just like, I want you to hear the whole range of my potential and watch me live through it. And a lot of people don't want to do that. And so I'm still going through that now, because I was a singer and people didn't know that I could rap. I don't like rapping. Like it's not my forte. Like it's not like something that I want to do. But if I have to do it, I'm gonna do it. Like if somebody asks me to rap or freestyle, I'll do it. I never decline an opportunity, or for me to like expand and see if I'm able to do something and stuff like that. So it's just like, not like, let me have like, let don't yeah, it's just it's an ongoing cycle. People do that a lot.
What? So my take on that is, I always say that your past does not define you. And people do hold you hostage in the person that you used to be, thinking that you're still that person. And sometimes they disrupt your character because they still talk about stuff that happened then, and then now you're a different person. You're trying to grow, you're trying to elevate, you're trying to change to be the better version of yourself, but yet they're still stagnant in that stage of who you used to be or who they thought you were. And then now, not only are they judging you, everybody around them that they tell it to is judging you. And now that becomes the person that you are forevermore. So I agree. That stigma, they got to stop doing that, because people can change. That's just like being an alcoholic or a drug addict or a prostitute or anything like that that carry like a strong title. They can change too. Like they had a patch in their life that they were down and they was going through things. You never know what people are going through at those points in life when they're in those stages of life. But at the same time, it's not like we can't rewrite our story. We can rewrite our story, we can change the narrative, and we can become the better version of ourselves. But people hold us back because they want us to stay in that bubble of being that person that we used to be. I don't like that either. I really truly believe that your past does not define who you are or will be. I mean, period. Okay, so I think this is the perfect time for us to go into your first song. I'm going to play "Vibe with Me."
Hottest in my city and it's plain that all eyes on me when I chase that bag. Tell me what you ride for me. Give me all your loyalty. You heard my name creeping through the streets. Told you could never get rid of me. Tell me what them vibes be. Tell me what you vibe with me. Never thought I'd be sitting curbside. Be rested of views of the night. Said I'd be international one day. Hearing the whole world say my name. So family before the fame. Your intentions pure, you running game. Snakes hissing through the grass. Is your presence gonna last? Hottest in my city and it's plain that all eyes on me when I chase that bag. Tell me what you ride for me. Give me all your loyalty. You heard my name creeping through the streets. Told you can.
Okay, so take me back to when you wrote that song and tell me the meaning behind "Vibe with Me."
So that's funny that you asked me that. Um, so that song's gonna be on my album. I Am Isis. It was a song that was made to replace another song because one thing about being in the music scene or just anything in general, when you collaborate with people, people have an expiration date. And because of the fact that I don't know if anybody believes in this, but I believe in this right now. We are like in this spiritual warfare kind of thing where it's just like it's not primarily the person, it's the spirit behind the person, or it's just like how strong willed they are at that moment. Some of the people that I was collaborating with, they had an expiration date. And so, due to certain situations and mutual agreements, I had to remove certain songs off of the album. But I had a viewpoint on how long I wanted my album to be. So I wrote the song close to my birthday. I was in a cabin. I was in a cabin and I was just like roaming through a bunch of beats that people have sent me and everything like that, stressing, trying to figure out how am I gonna replace these songs. And luckily I'm quick on my feet when it comes to like me creating, or like just if I need to do it, I'm gonna do it. So luckily that song took me like 2 hours to write. It took me like a couple of hours to record it multiple times. I was the one that engineered it, so I'm not an engineer. That's not my forte. Um, it's gonna sound different on the album, but I engineered it because it was just a lot that was going on. So I had to do everything. I had to put those hats on and do some research and try to figure out how to do these things. And so I did it. And to concrete the drop, I dropped the video because I didn't want nobody to think I was gonna dabble back on what I said. I stand 10 toes down when it comes to me and what be coming out of my mouth. So to prove to myself primarily that I wasn't gonna go back on what I said, to make it concrete, I wrote the song, dropped the song, and then I dropped the video to like keep it like that. Cause I can't go back on that. Once the video dropped, once I spend money and put effort and energy into a video, I can't go back. There's no going back after that. I can remove a drop. That's nothing. But a video, that's money. That's money. That's time. That's a lot of people's time. And I couldn't do that to myself. So it Vibe with Me was just me replacing another song, but also affirming and speaking things into existence. I was yearning for actual connection, like my soul family, people who are supposed to be in my life and represent my family for when I do make it, instead of me having to consistently go through snakes in the grass and betrayals and backstabs and stuff, or envious people or haters like that cloak themselves as people who love me or were supportive of me. I was speaking it into existence because I wanted it. And so instead of me being heartbroken about what I was doing, I was just affirming a lot of things and calling out and removing the people that I needed to remove. So, and hey, is you finna vibe with me? Like you gonna vibe with me? You gonna ride with me? You gonna be loyalty? Like I need loyalty. Of course, I want the love, but all love ain't good love. Sometimes, like you got that love hate, and then you got that love to hate you, and I just want the loyalty. And so it was just me saying what I wanted to remove, what I wanted to happen, and how I wanted it to happen, type of thing. So it was like that type of energy that I was putting towards it.
Wow. It's funny that you say that because in order for you to elevate, you have to remove certain people. The people that we want to go with us to the next level, they're not even supposed to be there. So we want them to see us win, but do they really want to see us win? So now it's time to remove people. And then once you start removing people, then you start seeing yourself elevate to the next level. And you're like, that's all I had to do was remove these few people to get me to the next level. So I always ask every artist that come through, what is the most important thing to you when it comes down to lyrics or beat? Do you think which one do you think matters the most? I'll say that.
Now, I would say, lyric. Wait, I I could say lyrics. I could say lyrics. I only say lyrics because I feel like lyrics can make a song. Like you could have a fire beat, but if the lyrics is not good, it's just gonna ruin everything. Like you could have a really nice beat, but if the lyrics ain't hitting the way that it's supposed to hit or the way that it needs to hit, then it's just not gonna make it. So it's like if you have good lyrics on a crappy beat or on a good beat, the song gonna do what it's supposed to do regardless because of the lyrics. But I would say lyrics. I would say lyrics.
Let's see. I'm a music person. I've been a music person since, but pretty much all my life. I play instruments, I sing, I do all of that. So when I hear a song, and I can't undo this, I've been trying to undo this for so long. I hear that beat first, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm vibing with the beat. Now I gotta spin it again a couple times, and then now the lyrics are starting to resonate with me. Now I'm mashing it together. Now it's a hit for me. So I think both kind of play a part in the song being great, but that beat has to catch the person in order for them to like listen to it continuously. Those artists from like back in the day when they made music, that music still playing today because their beat hit and the lyrics are some of that stuff. You be like, what did they just say? Because you just heard the beat and you ain't hear nothing else. You heard the beat, but you didn't hear the words until like later on. Because I didn't know the Electric Slide was talking about sex until like years later. I realized, yeah, you better listen to that song. I'm telling you, but listen to that song. It's about sex. But the way they disguised it with the lyrics, you would have never thought that was about sex. And we were out here dancing and moving to the left and moving to the right, and they talking about sex. so so when you came up with your stage name, what was the story behind your stage name? That should have been like my very first question.
Wait, you can't do that to my childhood. I was doing that dance faithfully at the barbecue. You can't do that. Like I'm appalled because this is the first time I'm hearing that. Wait, I need the process. Okay, what is it? Bri Toria. That's crazy. Bri Toria is a part of my first name and a part of my middle name. My first name is Brienne, and um, my middle name is Victoria. So it's just a part of my first name and a part of my middle name. I had to run through a lot of names at first. I was gonna be named Spirit, and that was only because my mom was gonna name me Spirit, but somebody talked her out of it or whatever the case may be, which I would have preferred her to call me spirit, but then they were all like, "Oh, there's good and bad spirits," and da 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 da. And I'm like, as an adult, I'm like, my presence would have said enough, whether or not if it what it was at that point. But whatever. Um, it's just I had to go through a lot of names because at first it was gonna be Victoria, but then there's a lot of people that's Victoria, so I just wanted to be unique and different, and so that's pretty much the background behind my stage name, really.
Nice. So we're gonna get into your next song, Either Way.
You can feel this energy when I step, you know the presence of a queen. Eyes are locked and got your jaw dropping, speechless, but I hear you loud and clear. Sway my hips, I know that you like it, but gotta keep it private. No listening in. Even if they see our lips locking, my girl, don't stop it. Slow down. Okay, I'll go your pace, but don't you make me wait. You feel that fire, that's that passion, love we made. Don't you lie to no one, you know I get you wet. It's just our secret for right now, but let's keep it real. Tell me how you want this to go. We can chill and just take it slow. You know we be losing control, no matter either way it goes. Tell me how you want this to go. We can chill and just take it slow. You know we be losing control, no matter either way it goes.
Baby, slow down, the way you move, seductive.
Now, I love that song. That song makes me just move. Time it come on, I'm like, yes, I love this song. So tell me, how did that song come about?
That song is um going to be on a joint project. The guy that was it's actually his, like he made that beat. He made that beat, and we're working on a joint project where we're having an EP where we're both writing songs together. I heard the beat and I was just like, I automatically was just like, I went off of the name of the title. And I was them kind of kids where if it's just like if you gave me a word, I could write to it. Or like a subject, I could write to it. And so that was the name of the beat was Either Way. And so I was like, okay. And so I was like, you want me to go first or you want to go first? He was like, you can go first. Cause I went first on the last song. We have another song together. And I was just like, okay. And so like I wrote to it, I recorded it, um, and yeah, like that's pretty much the backstory behind the song. And then plus I think that was like a way of me coming out because and people realized that people knew that I was a lesbian before, but they still thought that my songs were about guys. And so like I had to kind of like switch it up and pretty much notate like my songs are not about guys when I'm talking about these like love and all this other type of stuff and passion and all these other things. Like I'm not talking about a guy. And so I kind of like that was like my way of kind of like not kind of that was my way of coming out by me saying her or she and all these other types of things. So it was like the first song of a joint project and me coming out. And plus they thought me and him are dating. So it was just a lot that I just had to like cancel out with that one song.
I love it. That's probably why I love that song so much. Yes, I love it. So if you had to describe your music to a person that's never heard it before, how would you describe it? And what would set you apart from any other artists out there? Because you know the industry now is so oversaturated with the same old stuff. They don't have the love music that they used to have. They don't put it. They don't even put enough time into their music like they used to back in the day. Because you know they used to be stuck in studios for hours and hours recording until they got the right song. So if you had to describe yourself and your music to somebody that's never heard it before, how would you describe it and what sets you apart?
I would say if you are ready for your life to be turned upside down in a positive way, like put you on a roller coaster, then listen to it. Um, a lot of people who have listened to my songs based off of like people messaging me, and when they see me in person, what they say to me is that I made them realize a lot of things that they didn't realize. Like I made them realize that certain things that they mentalized as normal are actually not normal. So I would say if you're ready for your life to change, and I mean that in the most humbling way, like it's not even like, oh, I'm not. No, it's like if you're ready for your life to change and for your mind to be blown, then this would be something to listen to. And I feel like that's good because, like how you said, not a lot of artists do that. I feel like a lot of artists, they spirituality is very common now, so it's like a lot of and shrooms is also common. So it's like a lot of people are doing these trends and a lot of people are doing these things, but there's not no real intellect behind it. There's not no real work behind it. And I felt you when you said about this the studio thing. They call me Suge, which is not a good name to call me at all. It's not a good name to call me. Don't call me Suge. But they called me Suge because I will be in the studio until 7 o'clock in the morning, and I will get in the studio at like 6 at night. Like I would be in there. My uncle or just like producers in general, they would be nodding off while they're like, luckily I know how to press the space bar and do all that other stuff now. Because even if you nodding off, I'm still gonna figure out how I'm about to redo this take and all this other type of stuff because for some reason I'm a perfectionist. I don't have no Virgo in my chart, which is crazy. I got Taurus, so that could possibly be in Capricorn, so that could possibly be it. But I I would be in the studio for days on out. I was on tour and I was in the studio. Like I was in the studio overworking myself trying to finish these things. Even with the EP, I was in the studio for hours, days. The whole time I was out of town, I was in the studio. I didn't sightsee. I didn't see every family member or friend. I was in the studio. Like that was my goal. If I'm spending money to go out of town, I need to be in the studio. All that other stuff, I know how you look like. You know how I look like. You know my name. You see me on. You seen me. I grew up with you. Like I'll see you when I see you. I don't have to see you right now. So that was, I wasn't wasting no time. I came here for a goal. This is what's gonna be done, and it's just gonna be that. Like that. So maybe Suge makes sense, but Suge was dangling people out of windows and stuff. I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you we're gonna be in the studio.
So you say you be in the studio like that for hours on hand. So when do you know that the song is finished? Since you know you stay in it for hours, how do you know? Okay, this is it. This is where we're gonna stop it, and we can go home and get some rest now.
That's my problem. I don't know. I need. I have a person. I have at least two people that I go to when they're like, the song sounds good. It sounds good, like down to everything. You've hit the note that you're supposed to hit. And even if I don't hit the note, it's like they'll tell me. So it's good to have certain people on your team and in your life where it's just like, because when I tell you I'm a perfectionist, I'm a perfectionist. And like there was a period of my life where I was super insecure about my voice because my voice is deep. And so it's in like it, I've just been insecure about my voice. And so getting out of that is, I'm still getting out of it to this day. Performing I sound good, but for some reason like recordings, I hate it. So it's like I need those people in my life to tell me that I'm tweaking. Like you tweaking, you tripping. You sound good is good. And like I would have to hear it multiple times in order for me to mentally get myself, like mentally unprogram whatever was programmed in me to think that I sound bad or that this sounds bad, to actually be like, okay, you're right. So I don't know. I luckily have people in my life to tell me when I'm tripping.
Thank God for those people because y'all still be in the studio right now, still recording. Because if they was waiting on you, y'all still be recording. I'm done. So we're done. Our last question. This is the out of box question. So if you was having a conversation with your younger self, what would your younger self feel about you right now in this moment?
I feel like she would probably think I'm like the most dopest person known to mankind and the most strongest person because I was heavy. I was on the heavier set. I used to just like I would wear like if it I would wear different colored clothes, but as long as they had like the same pattern, I was okay. Like it could be like a whole like a skirt, like a Hawaiian skirt and a Hawaiian shirt, and as long as it had like the Hawaiian theme, I would wear it. I didn't have any friends. I had one friend, and I was so like people didn't want to be my friend. People didn't want to be my friend. They thought I was weird. They thought I was odd. And if they did want to be my friend, they wanted to be my friend just to be around my brothers because I got a whole bunch of brothers who were athletes and stuff like that. So growing up, I was really just, I wasn't finna call myself a square. I was really just like a nerdy little girl who was heavy and just wanted to have friends and stuff like that, and would tolerate a lot of things just to have friends. And I had a lot of potential. Like I would still sing and dance, and I didn't have like the best costumes and stuff. But my dancing and my singing, like my performing aspect, A1, win me the talent show every time. So it was like I feel like now she would think that she would think I was dope, and she'll be happy that I don't play when it comes to me anymore. I don't play when it comes to my dreams. That I don't allow people to stop me from me achieving my dreams. I feel like the only thing she would be upset about me about was that potential that I was living in before, how I was like singing from my full capacity out my full chest and actually like not and actually hitting those notes and not being afraid or not caring about, oh, I'm insecure about my voice, like I was just singing. I feel like that would be the only thing that she would be still like rooting for me to do because I have a wide range voice. I'm not like just a deep voicer or a high nasally voicer or whatever the case may be. Like I have multiple ranges vocally, and I would feel like she would want me to do that. Like so, I'm like I tell her all the time. I'm like I'm getting there, girl. I'm getting there, and it's just steps. It's a lot of trauma and things that I have to release within myself that I allowed my inner child to go through because I wanted to be accepted, that I have to release and in order for me to get back to that. But in regards to me pushing through, I've always wanted to be a singer. I've always wanted to be a dancer. I've always wanted to be on tour and perform. And so if she was to see those moments now, and I think that's why I be getting so emotional after I perform and stuff, and people be talking to me, and I just performed in New York last like this past coming weekend, and people were giving me flowers, and I was just like bawling. I was bawling, crying because it was just like, you really like me? You really thought I sounded good? Like you really like the dancing? You like the dancers? Yeah, these are the dancers. Like it was just like I don't know. I feel like she would just be happy, like just happy and just hysterical and just full of joy and bubbles. Like, if I was able to just really just sit down and her express that, I feel like she would just be happy, crying with me type thing. So I'm getting there.
Nice. I love it. From vision to victory. Yes, you win and you win it. That reminds me of myself because I was the same way. I was the square, the nerd, the one that didn't have many friends, didn't talk to that many people. And then what I do, I go get behind a mic, and now I feel like I'm living now because I'm being myself. It was just a scary thing. The one that wanted friends that didn't have friends. So I can definitely relate to that. Definitely. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna play another one of your songs. I need you. And after that plays, I'm gonna give you the platform and I'm gonna let you tell everybody where they can find your music, how they can follow your journey, and what's next for you. And give a little bit of advice to the young generation that's possibly looking at the artist today. trying to start their journey, give them some insight of how to start. So I'm gonna play your song. We come back. You got the platform.
Tonight, promise you'll do me right. I'm tired, don't wanna fight. With you. Tonight, promise you'll do me right. I'm tired, don't wanna fight. With you. We fuss and fight, but it's so hard to leave. Calling from these different numbers only. I hate to argue, but making up is the face. Whisper to me, baby. We fuss and fight, but it's so hard to leave. Calling from these different numbers only. I hate to argue, but making up is the place. Whisper to me, baby. Show me you know what, how much you know.
All right, I'm giving you the platform. Shine.
Hey everybody, my name is Bri Toria. That is BRI space TORIA. You can find my music on all platforms. Wait for me, vibe with me, and a little special new video is going to be dropping real soon. That is on YouTube. If you're interested in any type of spirituality, any type of anything in regards to spirituality, I'm your girl. My website is themelaninuniverse.com. If you want to just vent to me or have any insight, definitely just go to that website, schedule an appointment. You can talk to me however you need, not however you need, but however you want. Not same thing. If you need to vent, you can vent to me. For any artist that is wanting to start their journey, the one thing that I can tell in regards to any type of advice is just to not care about what the outside world has to think. 1 minute they'll love you, next minute they hate you, and then again they'll love you again. So just stay true to yourself, stay true to what you want to do, stay true to your gift. Definitely work towards it, invest into it, research it, do a lot more work. Don't ever settle. You deserve more and you need more. And I love all of y'all. I have faith in all of y'all. I speak life into all of y'all. My Instagram is Toria, TORIAABRII. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for finding interest in me and listening to my music and more to come. I am Isis. I'm ready for y'all to hear it. I love y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being a guest. I'm so excited about your journey, and I can't wait to highlight some of your music. I do promos once a month, and I highlight all my artists that come across the platform, and I also have different connections that I send the music to as well, so it can get out there a little bit further. So I am excited. I'm rooting for you. If there's anything I can do for you as far as advertisement, please, please, please don't hesitate. Send me your music, whatever you want me to advertise, and I will run it until the wheels fall off. And thank you to everybody else out there that's looking at this amazing episode with Bri Toria. Lord, that music she has going is the bomb, y'all. Y'all gotta check it out. Y'all gotta check it out. Trust me, I'm gonna be playing it again very soon. I'm gonna be playing that music very soon. So stay tuned to hear some of her hits on this journey. But as I always say, you matter, your voice matters, your life matters, and anything that you want to do in this life, you can do. It's all about mindset. But you got to first start your journey, and you got to start shedding some of those things off of your life so you can elevate to the next level. So until next time, continue to break the silence and make your voice count.
You wait for me. I know you do. You wait for me. I know you do. You wait
Three Dog made this one.
I know you do. You wait for me. I know you do.
face on this game, throw in the cards, baby, I can't participate. I bet all my money on the wrong person, kinda funny, but a valid lesson learned from me. I gave it all for you, wasted time and years on you. I took the abuse, took the pain away for you. That's the game I am afraid to lose. You tell me. Oh, I know you will. No, baby, I know you will. You said I know you will. You're waiting for me. I listen to your words, ignore the moves you've done. Illusions are gone, the fog I've crossed, rose-colored glasses wearing on. They said that's the wrong move, side-eyed me like the fool. Oh, wait for you, that's the game that I'm tired of playing, but I bet it all on you, you tell me. Oh, I know you will. No, baby, I know you will. You said I know you will. You're waiting for me.